Everybody.
Oke, hari ini kita akan melihat analisis dari Jeffrey Epstein dari ini orang. Gue nggak tahu dia siapa, intinya kita nonton aja. Let's go.
Dr. G here. I'm a clinical and forensic psychologist as well as a body language expert. And today we're going to be doing more forensic analysis of the Epstein files. Before we get started with
forensic analysis.
a couple of quick things. One, I wanted to make sure you know this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. In addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content. Just like this. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What we're going to be analyzing today is some new footage of Jeffrey Epstein, some new pictures, as well as some very interesting documents. What we're going to be starting with is Jeffrey Epstein chasing either a girl or a young woman around his kitchen on Epstein Island. We're going to get into the specifics of it as we go, but we're going to watch that. We've got a lot of other video clips to get through. All right, let's just jump right in.
Okay.
So you hear laughing and giggling, but it is not as straightforward as it sounds. Now, I said earlier, I don't know if these are girls or young women, but they do sound young either way. Point being, you hear the laughter, you hear the giggling, but if you listen closely, I'm going to go back so you can hear this, you hear a bit of gasping for air. There is anxiety behind this, and I'm going to explain why that is.
Jadi ketawanya itu ketawa nggak pure ketawa, tapi ada anxiety-nya. Oke. Ini W analisis dari abang forensik satu ini. Okay.
You hear that nervous coughing, you hear the gasping. So to understand situations like this, you have to understand Ghislaine Maxwell. She was somebody that saw herself as in control of the island, of the experience of the island. Her goal was to curate an experience for Jeffrey Epstein. I've talked about this in other videos. She wanted to make sure that he got the experience he was looking for. So
Jadi cewek yang dibawa ini sudah di curate maksudnya kayak di struktur, di briefing bahasa kayak di briefing agar mereka bisa membuat si Epstein PA ini seneng. Jadi mereka ini bukan ketawa kayak bener-bener ketawa, tapi karena udah udah dikasih tahu duluan, udah di briefing duluan harus begini reaksinya. Make sense.
Have them write letters, talk about how great he was. She would have as much control as she could over how they behaved toward Jeffrey Epstein.
So she could ever be she could offer
he would have as much control as she could over how they behave.
Dia ada kontrol untuk bagaimana mereka berperilaku di depan Epstein.
Toward Jeffrey Epstein. So experiences like this, where he is chasing them around, I suspect these are the kinds of things that Ghislaine Maxwell likely encouraged them to do. She would have.
Itu kan, bener kan? Gue bilangnya dia itu udah disetting sama, disetting sama Ghislaine Maxwell agar reaksi cewek-cewek yang dibawa ke pulau ini jadi gini. Damn, shit.
Wanted them to do these for him so that he could have fun. But it's not fun to be chased around by this old dude. It's creepy and it's strange. And I'm sure that for them, that was some anxiety because they knew the other half of Jeffrey Epstein. They knew the other part of Jeffrey Epstein. Let's watch a little bit more, and then we'll talk more about this.
Okay.
See, now if you watch his body language, I think he was actually getting frustrated at this point. So it started out with him trying to be playful, but I think very quickly, as soon as he even considered the possibility he might look foolish or he might not be able to do what he wanted to do, then I think he started to get frustrated. Just watch the change in his body and his demeanor right here.
Okay, dia jadi frustasi.
See, so he starts chasing her. I think that he's expecting her to allow herself to get caught.
Damn. Jadi ini sakit banget anjing, berarti dia kayak kejar-kejar gitu, tapi kayak pengen berharap ceweknya itu cewek dikejar kayak bakal rela. What the fuck, ini ngeri. Main lancar bahasa Inggris, yes sir. Ya, main cara lancar bahasa Inggris nggak tahu ya. Gue cara lancar bahasa Inggris gue karena sering nonton film, sering dengar konten bahasa Inggris. Nggak tahu, bisa aja ngomong. Cara lancar bahasa Inggris lu ngomong sama diri sendiri pakai bahasa Inggris. Ngomong aja bahasa Inggris, bodo amat anjing. Itu gue gitu juga soalnya.
He's doing a slow jog, and now he goes into a walk. And so if you look at the change in his own body language, I think at this point, right here is where we've crossed into going from him thinking it's going to be playful and thinking he's going to have fun, to now he's starting to get frustrated.
Oke, oke, oke. Enggak. Kalau dia bilang ini absen jadi frustasi karena habis kan dia ngejar awal-awalnya seneng-seneng. Habis itu dia jadi kayak frustasi. Enggak, setelah ini gue takutnya ini cewek-cewek diapain anjing kalau dia bener-bener frustasi gitu habis seneng-seneng ngejar-ngejar terus frustasi cewek-cewek ini habis itu diapain anjing gue. Terus underage lagi. Oh fuck. Shit is crazy.
You have to think about somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, and when he loses control, if he doesn't have absolute control at any given time, that line can get crossed very, very quickly, and something like this is going to frustrate him immensely.
See?
But you hear that gasping. That comes with when people are feeling anxious, trying to catch their breath. Because I suspect that whoever was doing this probably had the cardio to be able to run around a little bit without being out of breath. So to me, that sounds anxious.
Okay.
See, look at his face right here, if you can see that.
Okay.
It went from smiling to he looks very serious right now. He has gone from being trying to be playful in a sense to getting serious very quickly. Not that I think he's ever legitimately playful, but he's acting like he's playing along. I don't think he's enjoying himself right now.
Wow. Nggak, iya, gue takutnya abis ini diapain anjing, cok. Bangsat. Panjang juga Red absen ini. Kita udah ganti sesi, ini baru lanjut lagi sesinya.
He's smiling, and and this is something that he's done previously. You see him smiling, but that's not a real smile. You can't see the wrinkling next to the eyes. I know the quality's not great, but a real smile looks a little bit different. He's trying to show that he's smiling and going along with this. This is not somebody who's happy at the moment.
Anjing, berarti dia kayak anjing bermain-main intinya kayak gitu loh dia. Live gue ditabrak sama maraton, bodo amat, kita tabrak balik. Iya, itu 200 ribu viewers, harusnya viewers gue anjing, cok.
And if we're to go back to the beginning of this video,
Okay.
you hear the person holding the camera laughing. Now, I don't know if that's Ghislaine Maxwell holding the camera or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because she's going to try to set the tone to, hey, this is light, we're having fun. She's going to try to laugh along with things. Like, I don't ever laugh along enough to know if that's her or not, but that is very much the kind of behavior that she would engage in, to try to encourage these kinds of things, because like I said, she's trying to curate a situation for Jeffrey Epstein to where he lives out all of his weird fantasies. Also, look at the position of his hands. He looks a little bit uncomfortable. You see, he's playing with his fingers right here. This is a situation where he's not entirely sure what to do, because he doesn't want to look foolish, but he also wants to win. So here's a video of Jeffrey
Oke, serem anjing. Setelah dianalisis itu jadi serem.
Epstein dancing with someone. Now, this may seem irrelevant, but there's actually a lot of relevance to situations like this, because you can see he's smiling, he seems like he's having a good time. This can be confusing for victims because it contrasts with the dark times and it feels so different. But it's also scary because then you see the mask they wear. You're afraid, are other people going to see this version? Is anybody ever going to believe what happened to me? And sometimes people see this version. Sometimes people will see them acting normal, acting nice, and then it makes them not believe all of the awful things that they're capable of, the truly, truly dark and despicable things like what Jeffrey Epstein did over and over and over again. For people that have been around psychopaths and narcissists, they can see this behavior and it's going to bother them, it's going to agitate them, but it can also be very, very confusing. So seeing Jeffrey Epstein do something like this and engage in this kind of behavior, to me, speaks to the kind of nervousness that all of the victims would have felt being around him when he was trying to.
Ya itu jadi lebih serem lagi anjing. Nggak bayang, iya. Nggak, intinya dijelasin itu kayak victim korban jadi makin merasa lebih stres lagi karena dia tahu kalau dia jahat, tapi dia kayak ada wajah yang kayak membuat dia kayak baik itu loh. Bukan acting, kayak apa? Kayak perilaku yang kayak dia baik itu, ternyata dia jahat. Senyum-senyum, ternyata dia jahat. Fuck.
Act normal when it was at those situations where he was being overtly awful to them. Now we're going to watch a video of Jeffrey Epstein making some very peculiar faces. This is interesting because we saw some screenshots of these that he included to his physician. I'll explain the context in a second, but first we're just going to watch this.
Okay. Ini ngapain bapak-bapak ini? Ngapain Pak? Pak.
So what we know,
Pak, ngapain Pak? What the fuck?
is that he sent these pictures to his physician because he was afraid that he was having some kind of allergic reaction.
Oh, dia kirim ke dokternya anjing, physician.
The following exchange showed that he was actually positive with gonorrhea. Now, I don't know that much about gonorrhea. I'm not a doctor, I'm a psychologist. But from my understanding, from what I've researched, it can show itself in the lips, on the face, depending on how bad the infection is. And his infection was really, really bad. So what we may actually be seeing is his reaction to an STD because he's sending this to his physician to show him what his symptoms are. And it seemed from what the interactions were with his doctor is he was basically saying that it seems to be a resistant strain of gonorrhea because he was having a really, really hard time getting it to go away.
Okay.
So it is possible that this was in reference to something else, but given the proximity
Okay, dia lagi sakit nih.
of these videos and the pictures with the talk about the STD that he developed, it seems possible that they're connected. But I just want to give you some frame of reference for this because I've seen these videos out there, but nobody's really talked about what they are or what it is that he's doing. Have you ever Googled your own name or email address? Before I had Aura, I did, and wow, it was my full name, my old address, phone number, all sorts of information I did not want people to have.
Yes, lagi iklan.
Lifting, a secure VPN theft.
Ya bang. Lanjut bang.
Start scrub, and you should. All right.
Ya bang.
With another inmate.
Okay, so Darren and I are sitting here. You can hear the echo. I'm pretending I'm talking to Darren. So, hi Darren.
Hah?
So Sarah and Nadia, you guys have a
Now you see the smile right here. This is going to be a way for him to feel like he's even capable of doing this because of all the humiliation and embarrassment of being in prison, particularly with what he's about to say. So this smile very much is not somebody that's feeling happy. This is him with an awkward look because once again, this is someone who needs control. As I talk
Oke. Lihat live lebih udah lucu buat anjing ngakak gua. Oke. Magal ngapain? Oke, bentar ya, ini kita dikit lagi nih.
about the forensic analysis of this, the one thing you need to understand about Jeffrey Epstein is that he is someone that is absolutely obsessed with control and he needs it and he wants it.
Darren.
Oke, anjing cok. Gitu anjing. Let's go. Lanjut. Oke, let's go.
So, hi Darren. So Sarah and Nadia, you guys having a good time? You can see I have a little sore on my face like I'm some black guy trying to kiss me. It's really disgusting.
So that sentence didn't really make a lot of sense. He said that he got a sore on his face from a black guy trying to kiss him. Now, if somebody tried to kiss you, that wouldn't leave a sore because that would mean that they actually didn't succeed with it. Let's watch a little bit more. Let's look at what the body language says.
I'm some black guy trying to kiss me.
Pembahasan yang aneh.
It's really disgusting.
So him close his eyes. It's really disgusting. This is something that really is upsetting to him.
A little sore on my face that I got from some black guy trying to kiss me. It's really disgusting. Oh, it's really,
See, even thinking about it, even trying to process this idea is so upsetting to him. So this is one of the situations where you really get to see him once again entirely out of control. He has no control in this situation other than what he says, and he's going to try to control how he looks. But this is extremely, extremely upsetting to him.
Oke. Intinya dia stres karena dari orang yang biasa kontrol orang jadi terkekang. Anjing.
Oh, it's really, Anyway, I have pictures up on the wall. I had borrowed the scotch tape to get the pictures on the wall.
You see him looking down now. This is a loss of confidence. This is someone who's experiencing shame, a loss of confidence. Being seen in this way is very upsetting to him.
I had borrowed the scotch tape to get the
See, he
pictures
had to borrow the scotch tape. He's raising his eyebrows, bringing attention to his face when he's talking about he had to borrow scotch tape. To him, this is just humiliating.
on the wall. I'll talk to you guys later.
So as he says bye to them, he's continuing to look down. As he's saying, I'll talk to you guys later, bye, he's continuing to look down. So there is an intense feeling of shame right here. Now, many of you may have actually seen these pictures of Prince Andrew, but there's like a 1 second long video as well. Somebody probably was trying to take a picture and hit video or something like that. But as you can see, there's actually him in motion right here. As you can see, the facial expression, he doesn't look particularly upset about whatever's going on. He seems to be having a good time. We're going to be doing an entire video just on Prince Andrew. There is so much about him in here. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you this video because I thought it was interesting. All right, what we're watching right now is footage from inside the prison where Jeffrey Epstein was housed. I'm going to show you where Jeffrey Epstein stayed, and I'm going to walk you through a bit of what we saw the night that he died. Because I've analyzed those videos a lot, so I'm very familiar with the layout. Now, that right there is where the correctional officer sits. So this is the station for the officers on duty. And that right there is L Tier. It's only feet away. It is right next to L Tier. Now, if you saw the previous footage, if you've ever watched the videos that I've done covering the night of Jeffrey Epstein's death, it makes this area look way larger than it is. It's actually all fairly small. Everything's very close to each other. So when you read reports about inmates hearing what the guards were saying, you can see why, because none of it was very far apart. Now, right here, they're walking into where the officers would have been sitting. And this is to give you a fascinating perspective on just how close they were to Jeffrey Epstein's cell. So when you see videos, when you see somebody walking up the stairs at one point, somebody would have had to have seen that. It is so close. Like I said, it's literally feet away. When you see it from a far distance, it looks like it's all pretty spread apart, but it isn't at all. And just to be clear, it says M tier, that's referring to the one below. L tier is the upstairs. Now, as you can see, they're zooming in on a door right there. The one with the window that you can see directly in front of you, that is where Jeffrey Epstein was housed.
Oke. Ini tempat Jeffrey Epstein di penjara.
They were a stone's throw away from Jeffrey Epstein. So I really want you to think about this. The night that he died, there were shredded up linens. It would have been loud. You would have heard tear. There's so many noises that you would have heard if you were sitting just feet away from where he was. And they
Oke, jadi intinya dia bilang kalau Jeffrey Epstein benar-benar apa bunuh diri, harusnya teman-temannya bakal denger, tapi buktinya nggak ada yang denger. Oke.
claimed to have heard none of this. So, as I've talked about before, I think there's way more to this story than we've ever heard. But now we're actually going to get a view inside of Jeffrey Epstein's cell.
Oke, nah kita review Jeffrey nama dia nih ribet banget, Jeffrey Epstein tempat di penjara.
Now, right there at the end of the hallway, that's where the security camera is that was allegedly not working. But there would have been a very, very clear shot of this entire hallway had they had that recorded. Seeing it like this hopefully helps you really understand just how small everything is. I know I mentioned that a second ago, but it's really striking just how close together everything is. Jeffrey Epstein would have died just feet away from the security guards. And what they said is right there, that would have been what the linen was hanging from. Just the middle of that bar right there.
Linen? Dia bunuh diri pakai apa ya? Bunuh dirinya.
So here we are with another odd picture of Jeffrey Epstein. There's no shortage of weird pictures of him. Now, I think that part of him does this because he's trying to maybe awkwardly connect with younger people. Maybe he's doing something that he thinks is funny. Now, what's also possible is that somebody took a picture and compared it to him, and for whatever reason, that's in the files.
Okay.
The files don't necessarily have a lot of context. But to me, this looks like something where he was actually trying to take on this face.
Okay.
Now, here's another one that I thought was interesting, is that there is a screenshot that he made a phone call, at least to a name that he identified as Rihanna. Whether or not that was actually her, that's anybody's guess. But this is exactly what it looked like. This is from the Epstein files. You can even
Kenapa ada nama Rihanna di situ?
see down here. This was actually from the website. By the way, all of these pictures I downloaded off the DOJ's website. What I would highly recommend for anybody that is looking for things like this is do not download them from Facebook or from somebody who just posts something randomly. I've seen a lot of AI already. I've seen a lot of people that have edited these things to make them say something different than they actually do. So if you want to find it yourself, I highly recommend getting it directly off the DOJ's website.
Oke. Kalau menurut filenya jangan gitu, harus download di tempat resmi. Oke.
Haven't made it easy. It's really, really hard to look through them unless you have the number of the file itself. Now, this picture to me is very interesting, actually more because of the pictures that were around this than this picture itself. So obviously here we have
Wait, ini Bill Gates.
Bill Gates again, because Bill Gates has been in a number of pictures. However, what was very interesting is that I deleted all the pictures above and below this because I wasn't going to show them on here. These were all redacted pictures of people in various forms of undress. All of them above, all of them below, and then Bill Gates at some sort of dinner is the only thing in between. Now, does this mean that Bill Gates was involved in those? Of course it
Apa tadi video
the
yang
file itself.
foto yang di blur sama dia?
Now, this picture to me is of all of them below, and then Bill Gates at some sort of dinner is the only thing in between. Now, does this mean that Bill Gates was involved in those? Of course it doesn't. But I do think it's very interesting that you have all of these pictures, and then you have him sandwiched there in the middle. You know, take that for what you will. Now, here's another picture of President Trump that came up in the files.
Oke. Ini Presiden Trump. Smart bang. Oke, thank you. Kita lagi review kasus Epstein.
The reason this is interesting, similar to the Bill Gates, is not so much the picture itself as what's next to it. So the next two pictures in sequence are just bags of money. Now, whether or not they have any relation whatsoever to the fact that President Trump is in this picture, we can't say definitively, but that is a lot of money. And it looks like there are also some non-US bills in there. I don't really know what type of money that is on the right there.
Oke, duit. Gue pengen duit tuh.
Down again, another massive bag of money. Here we have another picture of Jeffrey Epstein posing for the camera. Think about the fact that this man wears a mask. He only lets you see what he wants you to see, or at least that's what he tries to do. I also think that
Dia
he doesn't
intinya dia bilang dia kayak kalau setiap dalam foto ini dia kayak berpura-pura pakai topeng agar terlihat baik, agar terlihat orang lain dia baik.
understand people very well. He wants to have connections and relationships, but his empathy is so bad that he really doesn't understand what other people like, what other people want, or anything like that. Now, the last couple of documents I think are very, very interesting. This is one from the FBI about Ghislaine Maxwell. Somebody had reported that Maxwell Hill was her Reddit username. So in other words, for anybody that's ever been on Reddit, you can go on there, you can have conversations with people, you can ask questions, so on and so forth. But this username, which the FBI investigated, so here's a screenshot that was included after this FBI report. It shows this username asking which American states, and by stating American states should tell you that this is American. It's essentially asking which ones allow for the youngest marriage, which ones have laws that allow for that. So
Is the youngest marriage?
I'm not going to read the specifics of it. I think that's enough of that, but at least it gives you an idea that these were the kinds of questions that Ghislaine Maxwell was seeking information on. She would reach out on Reddit and ask these questions. She was looking very actively for ways and loopholes around trying to do all the things they were doing. Now we're going to talk about a couple of documents. This document is one that was talked about by Asmund Gold. He's another content creator that talks a lot about Epstein. He was showing on his channel.
Charge was for V-Bucks on Fortnite. What the fuck?
That on May 7th, 2019, which was just right before Jeffrey Epstein
Main Fortnite anjing.
died, that he was charged $25.95 in V-Bucks on Fortnite, which means that he was buying money for cosmetics on Fortnite, or somebody was. Now, it also looks like they may have found his username, and it's one that people are saying is still active. So as Gold had basically said, is Jeffrey Epstein still alive? Is he still playing Fortnite? Unfortunately,
Masa Jeffrey Epstein main Fortnite anjing.
I interpret this a little differently, and the way that I see it is maybe a little bit more sinister, because I don't think that this is Jeffrey Epstein making these accounts for himself, right here in
Yes.
2010, a World of Warcraft account. He'd also gotten kicked off of Xbox Live. There were a number of video game accounts, and maybe he was a big gamer. I've never had any confirmation of that, but I think it's more likely, because I don't think a lot of the girls that he's having to the island are playing video games. It seems far more likely to me that he had done this for boys that he knew. And that's just my guess.
Oh, jadi teori dia kalau dia main-main game ini untuk orang-orang yang dibawa ke pulau sama dia.
Maybe these were for himself, but I'm guessing not. I would think based on emails I've seen him where he talks about Call of Duty and talks about these other video game franchises, he talks about them as investments. He doesn't seem to have any passion or excitement about it. To me, this speaks to the fact that he's doing this for other people. So when somebody charged on May 7th, 2019, I don't think that was by Jeffrey Epstein for Jeffrey Epstein. I think it's someone that's associated with Jeffrey Epstein in some way. And so I think that a lot of these video game accounts are actually for other people, which sadly is probably far more perverse and strange. I'm going to end with one that is incredibly, incredibly strange. This one's just so peculiar. We're going to read through it. We'll talk about it for a second, and then we're going to wrap things up. So somebody wrote an email to Jeffrey Epstein that said,
Smart Bang, berarti live ngapain ini? Nggak, ini kita lagi review kasus Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you Bella.
just got a note from Bob Pyrie, who asked me if I thought Murray Gell-Mann would make a good candidate for the Zodiac. As you know, it's one of those last secret type societies. Now, at this point, I thought this was a joke. I thought it
Secret societies?
was satirical. I thought they were being funny. But as we go on, I actually don't think that's the case. I think they're being quite serious. The Zodiac is one of the really cool ones. There are 12 members at any one time, and it is still very secret. They do really
Wow. Ada perkumpulan komunitas rahasia yang bernama Zodiac. What the fuck? Ada 12 orang.
really cool stuff, but mostly since they were all very old, it's just dinners and exotic locations. I can't tell
Anjing. Orang tua lagi isinya.
you all of the 12 members because I don't know who they all are. I know Paul Volcker is one, some guy named Howdy whose family owns Stuyvesant Town. I don't know how to pronounce that. Bob Pyrie and I think Tom Brokaw.
Apa sih?
Stuyvesant Town. I don't know how to pronounce that. Bob Pyrie and I think Tom Brokaw, which I assume that's the Tom Brokaw that everybody knows. Bob represents Cancer, the sign, not the month. You are a member until your death, but if you get senile, they put you into eccentric orbit and not invite you to meetings, etc. It seems like everybody that is in this Zodiac club, each person represents a different month. So strange. Anyway, the only way to
Anjing enggak nih. Ini kayak di film-film nggak sih ini jatuhnya anjing kayak perkumpulan rahasia terus nama perkumpulan rahasia Jeffrey nama perkumpulan rahasia itu Zodiac terus orang-orang elit global perkumpulan rahasia terus udah tua-tua semua mengontrol bumi, what the fuck. Kakak emang konsep live-nya gini ya. Iya konsep live-nya berubah. Bella lu kenapa kayak nggak Bella lu kenapa kayak ngechat kayak orang baru nonton gua dah.
get you in is if someone dies. There are obviously no minorities or women allowed. Anyway, the only way to get you in is if someone dies. There are obviously no minorities or women allowed. Anyway, let me know what you think.
Oh, no minorities or women, berarti cowok semua.
Leaving West Africa tonight, finally. Let me know when you get your postcard. You will hopefully laugh a lot. Miss you. And then Epstein replied, Murray doesn't play well in groups. So the reason I thought this was
Murray doesn't play well in group.
fascinating is it seems like people actually talking about a real secret society, much less one that at
Real secret society yang
least they claim that Tom Brokaw, assuming it's the same one, that Tom Brokaw is a part of. So I always find the talk about secret societies and all of this very interesting. I'm going to continue to explore this one. And if there's more about that, we'll talk about it in a separate.
Aku berjoin Kak, maaf enggak. Itu Bella. Nah, itu Bella, beda lagi Bellanya itu. Nggak pernah nggak ada virus gue namanya Bella. Lah itu lu Bella beda apa? Bella sama dah.
Video, but this is all I found so far. All right, at this point, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully, this is helping you better understand some of the behavior and body language that we saw, as well as the forensic psychology of these different videos and documents. Like most psychopaths and narcissists, Jeffrey Epstein wore a mask. He had a very specific idea of how he wanted people to see him, but I also think that he was quite awkward. I don't think he understood people very well. And so I think in many ways, despite the fact that he tried really hard to be cool and to be liked, I think that his desire for control got in the way. My belief is that any time he wasn't in control made him quite angry. At least that's my observation based on what we've seen. The biggest challenge I'm running into now is the volume of material. There's still so much more to cover, but I'm trying to bring you some of the most interesting, strangest, weirdest stuff that I can find. If you have any other thoughts about this or if there's anything else you want to analyze, please let me know in the comments below. Last thing before we get finished up is I do want to remind you to like and subscribe.
Oke, thank you www.ekodabelio anjing. So thank you anjing serem semua. Makin serem nih makin dipelajari absennya anjing. Ini ada masa ada itu ada apa namanya? Ada apa grup rahasia anjing. Kayak perkumpulan rahasia elit global namanya Zodiac, what the fuck. But yeah, I think that's it. Kita udah selesai nge-review ininya. But yeah.